We are on the internet. Hello, internet.
Yeah.
You're stuck with us, and we're coming back for another day of recording with an entirely different collection of freaks, geeks, and razor sharp beaks. We hope you're ready.
Or not. We're going in anyways. It's your choice to use lube or not.
Oh wow. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, Char, do you remember where we left off last week? Because I've had a lot happen this week. So,
Something something. We just met. Something something. Leaving the room.
Doing my job for me.
Hey, I was the one asked.
Yeah,
So
she's
you know.
she's asking you what you did when I'm the one who's supposed to do
oh,
the recap.
okay. Hey, idiot. Where did we leave off?
All right. Last time on Gone
Exactly
Astray.
why I did not ask you.
Oh, but you know I had to show it off since you specifically tried to subvert it.
Mm.
Oh,
Anyways, go on.
so last time Char had made his way, or Noah, as he is now calling himself, since last time he chose that name, um, had been examining the people down by the um, desert edge of town, opposite the dead city of the living city, and then moved across towards to where the tower was, and met you and the Helsing people
Whoa,
and the
whoa.
homeless
What
people at
tower?
the tower.
What tower? That's not a tower.
The
That's an.
apartment building.
Thank
Yes,
you.
but it was a skyscraper. All right, this was a skyscraper you jumped off of and went splat. That they basically adopted, even though many of the floors were.
And you
Uh,
correct that now after all this time when I've kept calling it an apartment building and you just agreed?
well, yeah, because that's freaking. Look, I'm sorry, my linguistic skills ain't always the best.
We already know that because someone here keeps count of the freaking. There was over 89 and counting a few weeks back.
Yes, and you know what? They can exchange every one of those freakings for a dick and eat them.
Okay, go on.
All right. So, uh, you or Noah made his way to the building and then waited, because he was searching for others like him. And the people at the building told him that there were two others like him that came by periodically. And so he waited and met you and Marty. Now, um, Marty uh, has left to go meditate while you lead Char around and deal with whatever it is your plan is from now on. But that's where we left off, as you had just come back from dealing with, uh, or Claire and Marty had just finished dealing with Cross, getting their little pocket dimensions situated, and then went back to the um, apartment because the third pocket dimension was a grocery store for the homeless people and the um, Helsing dudes. And now I'm calling it apartment again, so fuck you all. It's just I cannot get the words right for whatever reason on this one. But probably because there's a bunch of people living in it. But whatever. Yeah, it's right across the street from the. We're just gonna call it the tower from now on. Just stop fucking everything up. So right across the street from the tower. And so we
Alrighty.
left off where you guys were basically leaving the garage sector parking space that they had kind of sequestered Noah into while he waited.
Okay. Um. All right. So, damn it, brain fart. Happens when I try to look for blueprints here. Um. So, all right. Um. Hmm. Oh, okay. So let's go ahead and take you and show you completely around. And let you pick out a room.
Mhm.
I'll go ahead and do you want to start where we're at, or do you want me to take you upstairs all the way down, or what would you like to do?
I mean, I think it's up to you. I don't have a particular preference other than, making sure I don't have to deal with, oh, parasites? Parasites.
Parasites. Okay. Well, hopefully there's no parasites here you'd have to deal with. Uh,
Oh, parasites come in all shapes and sizes. We'll have to find them at some point.
right.
Um, oh, hmm, yes.
All right. Uh, so I'm just going to go ahead and post this up in here and I could explain it later. So, all right. Um, so down this hallway, you have um, the kitchen,
Mhm.
the stock room, uh, the bathroom. Of course, we don't need it, but it's there. Um, that's a hallway to your right. Over here to the left, down this short hallway, you will find basically what the residents call entertainment room. So you got the TV, you got the computers, games, that kind of stuff. Um, to the left of that, there's another room that has pool tables, uh, arcade games, darts, things of the like.
Mhm.
Um, on this floor, we don't really have any bedrooms, so I'll go ahead and take you upstairs. Uh, 2 floors, and that's going to be 1 floor below the roof. Um, that's where Marty and I both make our homes at. When we're over here, and we need our space. So um, there's at least one room up there available. Maybe it'll suit you, and whatever's not in there that you want, we're more than happy to make sure you get it. Um, so go ahead and just follow me this way, and I'll take you up the stairs 2 floors.
You're going to
Understood.
notice 2 floors is not quite 2 floors anymore. It's more like two it's the next 2 existing floors. as many of the floors in the building have collapsed and are under repair by the Helsing crew.
Okay. So we get up to that second floor, take you through a door on the right, go through. Over here on the left, this first room here is mine. Second door down there is Marty's. This one here on the right is available. And I open the door and say, here it is.
Hmm. Interesting.
It's a small one-person apartment equipped with its own bathroom, which now has running water,
Hmm.
but before did not.
Really? You made them small? I figured, they would have been just a little bit bigger.
Well, this is what's available in the place. I mean, it's big compared to what people are used to when they're building freaking shacks out of garbage on the streets. So,
All right.
you're in a ruined city, not a good city. Good city's on the other side of the water.
If this room is suitable for you, I can let you settle in and whatnot. I'm going to be going in speaking to the guards and construction crew and whatnot. So maybe I could start making some headway on rebuilding the city.
There's construction crews.
The Van Helsing group, but I'm hoping that some of the regular people would like to be able to put their hand into it and rebuild their city.
Who is? You talked about.
That's Jen. Even with the noise suppression.
Yeah, you're still breathing into your mic. Even with like. Hmm. So, what are we going to be doing next after this? Besides, mm, I don't like staying in one place too long. Stagnancy breeds decay.
Okay, well, I can put off on hold speaking with the construction crew if you'd like to go over to the Live City.
I met a Fae. Are they in the Live City?
I haven't came across a lot of those. It actually, if you'd like to meet Mother Vampire, I could take you downstairs. And we have Michael down there. And might have a few others down there now. I'm not sure. But I'm more than happy to take you downstairs.
Sure.
All right. So follow me. Go back down. Go down to the floor we were at, all the way to the end of the floor. And go down the ramp into the parking garage and all the way to the basement of the parking garage.
Mhm.
And once we get down there, we make a left. And I start taking you over to the Mother Vampire.
Take him past the two guards outside of a small curtain on the back wall, where a hole dug through the wall into the ground into a small room that you kind of have to stoop to climb into. And a very short woman who looks almost like a child because of her height is laying on a hammock in the back. And she looks over and says, "Oh, Claire. So, what brings you here? Does Helsing have another job for me, or do I get to enjoy a bit of relaxation for a little while?"
You're still able to enjoy your relaxation. We have a new person here. He is just like me and Marty. This is Noah. He's new, so appreciate if everyone treats him well and doesn't give him a hard time. That includes the Helsing group. He isn't a parasite. He isn't a disease. You don't treat him any different than you treat me.
Would you say you know a guy?
Smart ass.
She's going to smile and say, "Well, that all depends. As long as he doesn't hurt my children, I am happy to have him."
It's a pleasure to meet you. And I will only hurt your children if they hurt me.
Then at least we have that as an understanding.
You broke off there.
Well, then at least we have that as an understanding.
Yes. I will only return to the violence that is thrown at me. Oh, what are you? I keep hearing Mother Vampire.
Well, I'm not a vampire. I'm only half. But I've basically adopted every single one of these, well, everyone that isn't part of the Helsing organization. I found these people, and most of them when they were children, and I protected them and made this place our home until one vampire I turned, which didn't realize I could turn until that one, but you know, it is what it is. Decided to make a deal between me and the Helsing organization whom he works for. Well, I guess now we both work for, but that's why they've offered their help here.
Mm,
Claire was the instrument used to make such arrangements.
interesting. And what do you know of this individual that, well, this Miss Claire seems to dislike?
Which individual is that?
I've been told not to say their name, for it summons them.
I know of no such individual, and superstitions are for children.
Hmm. Yet when his name was said, he was summoned.
True.
So, superstitions be it not. Uh, the one that they call Loki.
And at this point, Loki is going to appear, she is going to hiss and jump away and throw a knife at him, which is going to do all of fuck nothing but bounce off his nose.
Loki,
Fascinating.
go the fuck away.
Well, I was summoned, but not by you.
And we still don't want your ugly ass here. So unless I specifically say, Loki, get your ass here, go the fuck away.
Actually, I'm curious. You
Oh,
said
Lord.
something interesting.
Okay.
You said I wasn't one of yours.
That is true, but I still have not determined who else would have that knowledge.
Interesting. Not one of yours, but you don't know who made me.
This is true.
How interesting. Yet you say you make all stray. Until this point.
Last I checked, I was the only person who had the knowledge. There was only one place to get said knowledge. And it has been held very securely.
Ah, interesting.
So it sounds like I got to go take him to talk to Cross.
Well, that is entirely up to you. You can also remember that Cross suggested that you go talk to Zero, but I do understand if you want to wait for Marty before even making that attempt.
Yeah, that is something that I think she needs to be there for too.
And it is easy to get to Cross from where you're at. You literally can go through the back of the grocery store.
Except only those that already went through that can go through it again, which means he can't.
He can if you or Marty allow him to. It
Oh, okay.
given unto basically that's what the whole freaking weird thing he did with your blood was about. You
What
know,
blood?
where he basically cut your hand and freaking, put a little bit of the blood on the symbol he drew on the freaking wall.
I don't remember that.
It's how he separated it for you to where only you and you guys could go
Oh,
through.
okay. Well, then, all right. So, all right, Noah, it looks like we're going to take another trip. I'll introduce you to somebody else and see if he has the answers you need.
Hmm. Interesting. So I'm gonna look at her. The other one, like, mm, it is a pleasure to meet you.
And she's going to bow and say likewise. And then she is going to turn around and lay back down in her hammock and close her eyes.
Then I'm gonna look at Loki. I'm like, I believe we'll have a conversation one day soon.
He smiles wide and says, I look forward to it. Before he turns around and in the very act of turning around seems to just disappear.
All right. So, I want to take you to the new grocery store across the street. We're
Hmm.
going to go see Cross. So
Who?
I lead you back up stairs to the floor we came from, and then back all the way down the regular stairs, or sorry, lead you back up the ramp to the floor we came from, and then down to the other end of the hallway, back down all the stairs out the front door,
Hmm.
and across the street into the grocery store, and open the mirror, and we go through.
No, now she says grocery store, but what you see as you walk across the street is a freaking burnt out building with just one wall standing and a door on it. But when she opens it, inside is a fully stocked, massive grocery store. At the very back wall, and directly in center, in perfect view of the front door, is a single uh, full length mirror about a person's width, about the same size as a door. But the other side of the mirror does not show a reflection. Instead, it shows something akin to a city.
Mm, okay.
All right, so we go through it, and is he there, Billy, or what?
Well, when you step through, you're just outside the little bitty door that on the back end of his little squat black tower that is in the center of this city, which is a very artistically designed city with slopes and aqueducts, much like Roman construction.
All right. I knock on the door and just open it and walk in.
All right, you step in and you are in a spiral stairway. You have the choice to go down to your right or up to your left.
I'd say up and to the left.
All right. You're going to travel up and 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 up until it
Okay.
starts to get ridiculous. It's like this tower was not that tall. How are we still going up?
Okay.
You continue going up.
Well, one, is there anything at the top of these stairs?
You don't know. You can't see around the corner, but it just all seems to be the same.
Forget it. Then we're just going downstairs, Billy, because I ain't going to do this up and up and up and up and up bullshit, and you not give me any hint if there's something up at the top.
All right.
So
Well,
we're
this
going
is the
down.
first time you've interacted with this, so no, going down is perfectly fine. So you go down, and it seems like you only go about 20 or 30 feet, and you're already back at the doorway. And then as you continue on down, you go down what would be the equivalent of one rotation around and find yourself in the very same office that you always go into when you enter through the classroom.
Yay! There we go.
And Cross is going to be sitting there reading a book at his desk.
Look at him and say, do you think reading's going to make you any smarter?
Well, if I want to know what is that object for certain and how exactly it works, I'll need to read up on everything that I can find.
Hmm. All right, Cross, Noah. Noah, Cross.
I take it you went up the stairs instead of down. The tower grows every time you do this. Does tend to make it a bit difficult sometimes to see from the top.
Hmm. Okay.
He glances over at Noah and says, "So, this one is here because?"
Apparently Loki's ass didn't make him, so maybe you could answer that question for him.
He's going to close the book, set it down, stand up without actually moving the chair. Literally, his lower half sort of explodes into black smoke as he stands up and walks straight through the desk over to Noah and stands uncomfortably close, looking and sniffing and just all around invading personal space.
I'm gonna look at him like, clearly, you're not one to know for boundaries, are you?
I can understand boundaries. I simply do not take chances. Memory or thought?
I'm
I
gonna
ask a
look at him.
question. Memory or thought?
Thoughts.
Well, there's your answer.
I'm gonna look at him and look at her. What does that mean?
Odin's ravens. Do you know what their names are?
Uh, yes, Hugin and Munin,
Which translates to
memory and thoughts.
precisely. Now, have you ever bothered to ask yourself what are Odin's ravens?
They're supposed to be his aspects of thought and memory as part of wisdom.
Oh, to him they granted great memory and great wisdom. Yes, but aspects of him they are not.
Wait, hold on. What names did you give for Odin's ravens?
Hugin and Munin.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's the Norse words for memory and thought.
I got it now, Billy. I had to look it up, okay? I'm not that smart like you all.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
I activate the smart.
Ah.
No, see, I didn't do history or anything else like that because none of it interested me. And I'm not very good with mythology and all that. So when certain things come up, I am that person that will go Google it just to find out.
Hey, no, that's a good trait. That's a trait of somebody who's going to get smarter.
Well, I haven't yet.
Or just refusing to take things at face value, which is good.
Which is a person that's going to get smarter because they're going to freaking test everything they freaking hear.
Yeah, but the
Mhm.
problem is you can go and get an answer from Google, and I've already learned that not all those answers are correct. I failed
And
quizzes
the
because of that.
aforementioned going to get smarter. Yeah, it's
Wait,
it's not a freaking matter of getting it right and knowing how, that you're right all the time. It's a matter of learning how to not be wrong. And you, like my dad always said, you got to get it wrong to get it right.
all right. Well, then we could just go ahead and continue. Sorry, I interrupted Noah.
All right. So, yes, he had just said that um, they did grant him great memory and great knowledge, but they were not aspects of him. They were something else entirely.
Oh,
Why am I so lost and confused?
Mm, It is rumored that Hugin and Munin are supposed to be not of Odin, but that of the world. As each day they would fly off to scour the world and see what there is to be see what there is to be sawn.
Okay. Okay.
Precisely. And they did this because they were, as we are, the strays. They were the second and third, the first being more powerful, having created them. And only did those three know how to create the stray. They betrayed the first and bound him up, and presented him as a gift, an eternal prisoner unto Odin, as they swore their loyalty to him. This is where Loki caught knowledge, making of strays.
But yet
And
Loki didn't create Noah. So who else creates strays?
well, memory and thought have the knowledge of it, and he has the scent of the ravens upon him.
And so we were made by the ravens. Or I was made by the ravens, I should say.
So it would seem, though for what end I do not know. Though I can tell you where I believe the first to lie imprisoned. The hammer of Thor, Mjolnir, is said to contain a storm capable of destroying the universe, and that it was sealed away within the hammer. I believe the only reason the second and third would betray their leader would be to protect the world they loved so much.
No, I hope you understand
Hmm.
all this because these riddles are starting to hurt my head.
No, I think things are becoming clear. I was made by memory and thought in order to protect something or stop the trickster from opening something. How very interesting.
Well, that's what it would seem like, but I don't have eyes to see everything. My
No, you.
scope is limited.
But you just act like you do, right?
If you are referring to my apparent conceit, some things are only a problem when they're unearned.
Hmm.
That's fair. But if you would like to see everything, if we can fix that, it'll just cost an eye.
And I
Oh, yes.
pick one, he says as the walls all turn into freaking eyes that open and stare at you, Just blood red eyes staring at you from every wall and every surface, including the floors and ceilings.
Mhm.
Table. Take whichever one suits your fancy. I would much like to see everything you do.
Oh, that's not how it works. You and I both know. Odin sees all. And he gave up an eye.
Odin is not my concern. The death, if I wanted him dead, he would be dead.
Okay, this is going to sound really, really weird, but how did this turn into Spawn meets Venom meets Spider-Man meets Odin?
Because I had a story, a basic storyline, like a skeleton of a storyline, and then we took a bunch of people and their own fucking imaginations, and we said, "Have fun." And that's how this happened, and that's how this game works, and that's what I love about it.
Mhm.
It changes the rules.
But I'm gonna smile and be like,
Yeah, well, I'm Billy. There is only so much fuckery I can deal with before my head starts to hurt and want to explode. If you keep trying to make my head explode tonight, I promise you, you will wake up with a hammer to yours in the morning.
I am not trying to make your head explode. A man is asking questions, and I am answering them.
yeah.
All I know is the fuckery is completely confused me. All right, I am a blonde tonight.
Mhm. I'm gonna look at him like, interesting. You say you have more power than Odin's son?
More power. In this place, I cannot be killed, so, were he to come here, I could eat him were it that I desired, but I do not desire his death. I actually look to him for much assistance in my work.
Fascinating. But then I ask again, why ask for his assistance if you could do it your own? I'm just curious.
Because I am imprisoned in this place. That is correct. You have not received the proper introduction. Welcome to the city of Labyrinth. I am the Minotaur. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, he says, bowing low and smiling a smile far wider than his mouth should dictate, revealing row after row of razor-sharp teeth, much like that of a shark.
I'm gonna smile and bow as well, tipping my hat. I'm Noah.
I am known now as Cross. Rest of my
Fascinating.
name is merely history. That man no longer exists.
Huh. Well, things have been answered. Truly, they have.
Um, Repeat that? I did not
Oh,
catch that one.
I said things have truly been answered.
Oh, things have truly been answered. All right.
Yeah. I'm gonna try and look. I'm at Claire. I'm like, I'm good now. Do you have any need?
Mm, Cross, how's my businesses going? Mine and Marty's.
Well, it's been barely more than an hour regular time, so in here it's been somewhere between 13 days and 29 seconds. So let's take a look and see what we have, he says, stepping over to a small TV set and tapping on it. And I'm going to have you roll 3D100s for each venue.
All right, so 6 D100s in.
Yep. Or it's actually going to be I'm going to have you roll for Marty's unless you don't want me to check hers. If you're just could you do-
I'm doing both of mine and her businesses.
Okay, so 3 because you have the regular.
No, you said 3 per venue, and I should not have to write or roll for the
So
one upstairs when that's real money.
well, it's going to determine how much real money it made, or like how much it's. You're you're offering it for free, so or is that, or am I wrong? How does that third one work then? Because I thought you were expecting that one to have made progress as well.
Well, since it's only been a day up there, how was
Yeah,
anything
an
supposed to be
hour.
done? Oh, an hour up there. How was anything supposed to get done, Billy?
Well, things can still happen due to time. It's
Haven't been able to focus on it yet. Remember, we just met up with Noah. All right, so here's 6 D100. 3 for hers, 3 for mine.
all right.
344.
Wait a minute. I gotta see the numbers so that I know.
78, 17, 39, 94, 17, 99.
All right. So gained all right. So what you got is you gained 11 power at yours, and Marty's gained 18 power.
And how is that? I mean, how does that figure?
Or wait a minute. No, you caused the. All right, right. Wait a minute. Wait. Okay, so yeah.
No, I'm trying to figure out how you're calculating the power, Billy.
Right, but then I just remembered that you guys had set a base price, so that
50.
yeah, I was originally taking the first number of each 3, and that was how I was determining it. But considering that you set a base price, we can either take those numbers and basically multiply them by the base price, or what we can do is we can take the second number of anyone that is highest and multiply it by that, whichever y'all think is most.
Well, considering if we divide that in half, it's 172. So why don't you just make it 150 each?
Make it 150 each power gained for each person.
Yep. That's a little less than half on that number divided.
All right, so Okay, so you're take the total number for both of them, divide it by the number of
which
venues.
is 172. But since you only get 50 per person, I would say just 150. We're losing 22 points, but that can build up.
All right, I'm gonna work on. We'll go with that for now. I'm gonna work on this mechanic some more to kind of balance it, make it able to provide a more fair variance within the time frame, and you know what I mean, to where as the basically
Wait,
as the economy in Labyrinth gets better, you might make more, and as it
and
gets,
you said it's been 13 days, right?
I said it's anywhere between 13 seconds and 13 days because time works weird in the Labyrinth.
Well, you got to kind of give me a direct amount of days.
Well, essentially, that's what at this point what we're looking at. If it's 150, is it's been like 3 days, and you had like one customer each day because the venues just got opened. Nobody knows about them that much.
So we're only going to say it's been open 3 days.
Pretty much, it's 3 days in the Labyrinth is what we kind of determined by it. You know, that's the way we're working it. It's only been open 3 days. Had one customer each day, or 3 customers over the full time of the 3 days. If you got 150 each, you only had 3 customers. It's been about 3 days. I'm kind of playing with it a little bit while I get this mechanic worked out because, like I said, this is
All right,
a
fine.
thing.
So do you want us to add that power back onto ours or what?
At this point, it is being stored in the bank. You are welcome to withdraw said power from the bank if you want to add it back on, or you're welcome to let it sit. You could even set it up to make interest if that's what you wish. It's literally treated as money in this place.
All right, well, I'll leave it in there. On her character sheet, you need to scroll down to the bottom on her skills and attributes or whatever it is. Damn it. Yeah, attributes and abilities. At the very bottom, you need to put power bank, and that'll be what's actually in the bank, so we know how much we have at all times.
All right,
I've already done it on mine, so
Yeah, the Labyrinth Bank. Yes.
Mhm.
All right.
I think that's fair.
Yeah, no, that will work. And I am taking a piss, so I'm going to raise my mic so that everybody doesn't hear me piss.
All right, so we'll just talk about you behind your back then. Chirp, 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 chirp. I would not be surprised if he came out here and smacked me. I'm sorry, I had to ask so many questions. I got so confused, guys. I'm a blonde on some days, and did I scare everyone away?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's just doing something.
Oh, okay, okay. Billy, if you start talking, put your mic down, or we don't hear you. Thank you.
Yeah, I just came out of the bathroom. I had not started talking yet.
I was letting you know because sometimes you start talking and your mic's not down, so no one else actually hears you. But I seen you come out of the bathroom. I knew you came out.
All right, well, just for future reference, that's because I'm retarded.
Of course. That's why I reminded you to put your mic down.
All right, so basically, Cross leans over and taps a small TV screen, which is the old style, like 90s style small TV, like personal TV with the little rabbit ears. And then it pops up a screen showing basically the profits of both venues.
Okay.
And says, there you have it, 150 each. It is stored safely in the bank.
All right. All right. Well, I'm done here. Noah, if you're done, we can go ahead and go and decide after we get back upstairs what you'd like to do from here.
Are?
He might be
I'm sorry.
busy.
Wait, what was that?
I
I
said,
sorry. Just speaks out.
no, that's fine. I said, I'm done here with Cross. If you are, we'll
Mm.
go ahead and go back upstairs and let me know what you want to do from here.
No, I'm just gonna give him a bow. I'm like, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, it is always nice to meet someone with the proper set of manners.
And what is that fucking supposed to mean, Cross?
It means that Neanderthals like you don't quite have etiquette, but I can tolerate it because I need you for exactly those reasons.
Yeah, and remember, because of you, I'm this way. So that gives me some leeway to be a bitch to you. Goodbye. Out the
That it
door I go.
does, but before you leave, I have one more thing to add.
Yeah.
It seems that my daughter has found her way into the captivity of a mental institution. I wonder who's responsible for that. He says with a sarcastic smile and says, I don't need you to get her out right away, but if you can agree that when things reach the point that she is no longer safest there, that you will acquire her from
And this is which daughter? The runt? Is that who
my
it is?
my only living biological daughter. The runt is not my child.
Samantha.
Yes, the one you had locked up.
I didn't have her locked up.
Oh yes, it was someone else with shape-shifting abilities that had a direct connection to Michael.
We never had her locked up.
No, you simply found all of the evidence required for it.
No, she disappeared, Billy. We never found her again from the police station.
She never left the police station. She couldn't leave. She was locked up. What happened was she had you guys call and deliver the coded message telling Winslow and them to get the fuck out of town. That's all she did. She went to freaking trial. She went to freaking. She pulled the insanity plea because she had the fucking medical records to prove it.
Okay,
And,
but we didn't have her locked up, so that's an inaccurate statement.
well, in his mind, if you hadn't been involved, she would never have gotten caught. So you had her locked up. You know,
Maybe
it,
that's where she should stay.
and he's offering something in return. He just hasn't said what.
What do you want in return for that then?
Well, no, he wants you to bust her out whenever he says, "Hey, it's too dangerous for her. It's no longer safe for her there."
Okay, and what's in it for me? And
Training,
Marty
training.
and Noah.
Oh, so we're including him too. Very well.
Well, as long as he's here with us, of course.
And if he sides with you and helps, then absolutely, I will extend my training unto him as well. I will teach you how strays fight. And don't take Beth as any real example. She was always plagued with a lack of creativity.
Well, the plain and simple fact is, do you see Noah here with me?
Correct, but at the
Okay,
same
so
time,
as long as he is here with me, then he is with us. Plain and simple. When he is no longer here with us, then he's not with us. But then again, he's also been given freedom of will to do as he wishes. But either way, unless he turns bad, he is with us. Is that understood?
fair enough, as
Thank
long
you.
as he agrees to follow the rules.
What rules are that?
It doesn't matter how you feel about another stray outside of this place. When you enter the labyrinth, you will be peaceable, or I will eat you.
Hmm. Fair enough.
That is the one rule.
Fine, he's agreed. So he's with us until he decides not to be with us. So, all right, we got that straight. Now we're leaving, and I'll discuss that with Marty when she is up and about.
Very well. On your way then.
You don't have to dismiss me. I'm already leaving.
He's already sitting back and reading his book again.
Jackass.
In my
All
mind,
right.
you two truly do get along.
He had me killed.
I killed you. There's a difference.
Fine. He killed me and had me made this. So, yes,
That is the accurate version of events.
he is a jackass. He
That is
also
an
had
astute deduction.
Marty killed.
Hmm.
So,
I
yes.
killed her. There is a difference.
You know what? Shut the fuck up, and me and him's leaving now. Goodbye.
I mean, at least he takes ownership of what he's done.
About damn time. Took him
All
forever.
right. So you have two options. You have the stairs to go back up, or you can go out the door to the school.
Noah, I will leave that choice up to you.
I have no idea either way. What's the school?
We'll go to the school. At least it's another place in the city he has not been yet.
All right. So instead of taking the stairs, you take the solid black door with silver handle on the wall, which opens up to the inside of a fourth floor school classroom in a rundown building. And the first thing you will notice when you step in, aside from the chalkboard to your left, is the fact that the door you just stepped through is a chalk outline on the wall of a door.
Hmm.
So, welcome to mine and her classroom.
In your classroom?
Me and her went to school here.
Are you pulling my leg or something?
Nope. Before this became the Dead City, apparently me and her went to school here.
Hmm. Interesting.
Yeah. we haven't been able to put all the pieces together yet. And she doesn't really know too much about really who she is. All we know is we were best friends. And we went to school here. That's about all we know. And
Mm.
that jackass killed us.
And at this point, a piece of chalk is gonna scribble onto the chalkboard and say, "Also, the chalkboard talks."
That too. That's Cross.
And like, it seems you're very obsessed with your past.
Well, my past is dictated apparently this about me, and I can tell you she was a lawyer. I was a cop. So I'm sketchy about anybody and everybody. Um,
And the chalkboard says, "And I was a serial killer of serial killers."
yes, yes, he was. My father was also a cop, and yeah. So, all right, we'll head on out, and I'll walk. Do you want to go to the live city and check it out, or do you want to go explore? What would you like to do?
Well, let's go explore. Maybe we can pick a fight with something.
Oh, if he wants a fight.
I'm taking him there. Shut up.
Yeah. I wasn't about to tell it. I was just gonna say, you know where to take him.
Yes, yes, I do. Alrighty.
Let's see if we can go kill some lost ones.
Excuse me. Whew.
Oh, she's
Ouch.
gonna take us to somewhere lost, but it's gonna be a lot freaking more of a fight than the lost.
Oh boy. All right, so Billy, I need a reminder of how to get there.
There's a mountain in the dead city with railroad tracks.
That's right. Okay. So, wait, do I have to get on? Yeah, I have to get on the railroad
You
tracks to get
follow
into
the
the.
tracks,
All right. Yeah. All right. So, all right, follow me.
and
So,
remember, it's just before the cave that breathes.
yes, I know. All right.
I think that's called
So,
a mouth.
hey, Alex, welcome back.
Hi! So, in the time that I've been gone, one of my children has thrown up all over her computer, had a seizure, and possibly has food poisoning, and another one is having sympathetic problems, and one of me and Shada's friends has gotten out of jail. I found her on the side of the road.
And she's there with you.
No, she's not.
Thank God. Okay, well,
Ha-ha!
interesting.
Adventures.
Oh, yes.
Insanity the manatee.
Yes, precious. All right. Can we take a 10-minute break for us to take dogs out real quick?
Of course.
All right. Be back in 10.
Be back.
Okay, if we're taking a 10-minute break, I'm going to pause the recording. Let me know when everyone's back.
From yeah, we're back
The
from
labyrinth.
break. Yeah.
Yes. You came out of the
Back from the
labyrinth
depths
and
of
you just left the
4chan.
classroom so that
Yeah.
Cross could stop talking to you through the chalkboard.
Yep. Walking down the stairs to the first floor.
Hey, how does the man in the chalkboard get anywhere on time?
He's always watching his watch.
He uses the crosswalk.
Wow. Okay, so are we recording again?
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually
Okay.
disappointed in you.
And who, me?
Good.
In Alex for the pun.
Yep.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay, so downstairs, out the front door.
It's like a trap you can see coming but can't do anything about. like a pit full of punji sticks.
Uh,
Yeah.
we go to the train tracks and we start walking them.
Just make sure that you're on. You're not on the left side of the tracks.
Okay.
That's important.
Okay.
All right.
I'm on the
Good.
right side. He's on the left side.
As long as you're on the right side, you won't be on the wrong side of the tracks.
You know what? Hush. Hush. Just hush. All right. So, walking
Trying to
along,
impress you.
walking along.
I'm
Walking
already
along.
gonna say that Shada's done told him the secret.
Secret.
He's listened. He's
No.
already he knows about this one.
I don't know about
He
shit.
knows.
I've been gone this whole time.
No, not today. You were there when she fought this.
Mm.
Alex, you heard about it. I know you have.
Yeah, no, I remember there was some chime-ins.
Yes, yes,
mm.
yes, there was. Anyway, so
We do
walking
those
down the
sometimes.
tracks and get about to the Windy Mountain whole cavey thingy, and I'm like, okay, so over here, you can go in there. Just go take a look.
What's in there?
And at this point, she's pointing directly at the freaking wall. Like there's no opening.
All right, so what's
Wait,
behind the
hold on.
illusion?
Hold on, Billy. Why am I pointing at a wall?
Because you don't go in the cave to reach the fields. You remember, you threw Marty face first at a wall. At a stone wall.
Oh,
It's that side of the tracks. That's why I said
That-
Alex knew, is it's the left side of the tracks right there.
gotcha. No, I went the other way.
If you came the other way, then it's the right side of the tracks.
Duh.
Okay. So if you then you would just pass the hole and you'd be pointing at the wall saying go in there.
Yep. Go right there.
Right.
Just
So
Go to
what's
that
behind the
wall.
illusion?
you're gonna go into a field.
Mm-hmm.
So go to the wall.
You know, again, you're really not explaining things here, but okay.
Alright, so you step across the tracks towards the stone wall. Am I correct?
Yep.
Alright, the moment your foot goes to the other side, it does not find purchase and you topple forward and find yourself sitting on your ass after a short tumble in a cornfield in the bright orange sun.
Mm-hmm.
In the distance, you can hear a child crying, a child counting, and farther away, the sound of people at work.
There are literal children of the corn
Like
while we met at work.
chopping.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I also thought I was coming to fight.
Noah, I know you're not white enough for this.
And no, that's why we're going in hard.
Tis what he proclaimed.
Yes. Yeah, no. I'm gonna look around for a moment. And we're gonna kind of start sneaking around.
Sneaky.
Alright, so you're gonna get up and start walking around.
Sneaking around, not walking. We're being stealthy about this.
All right.
Okay,
So
what
I'm
method
gonna kind of.
of sneaking are you using?
Hey, Billy. I'm going to whisper kind of loudly. If you need me, yell.
I'm liable to yell if I don't need you. Mexicano in distress! Ayúdame! Ayúdame!
Oh no! Look what you did.
You
That's
caused
all.
the
It's
snorting.
yep.
We gotta.
Yep. No, you did it. Look what you did. This is on
You
you.
caused the
You
snorting.
asshole. This is. Son of a bitch. We had a discussion about this, Brock. We had a discussion about this. God damn it, man.
What is so funny?
I made a joke.
This is wonderful.
I have achieved comedy.
Ow! Ow!
Comedy, is that when they touch you in the bum?
That hurt.
Sometimes.
That hurt. That really hurt. That hurt.
And 1 little, 2 little, 3 little piggy, 4 little, 5.
Go easy on her. She has asthma.
Are you having a hard time breathing over there? You good?
I think so.
All right. You need to
My-
take a calm, deep breath.
Now my belly hurts and my shoulders hurt and my
Mhm.
face is stuck in a smile.
Yeah, just deep breaths, relaxing.
I need my inhaler. You guys go on. Go explore your cornfield.
Go exploring your cornhole, boy.
Thanks a lot, Alex.
You're welcome.
All right, so what do you do?
Oh, so we're stealthing. We're gonna get low. We're gonna roll our feet. We're gonna not rustle the corn.
Okay, so normal human stealth, staying
Yeah.
in human form. All right,
Staying in
not a
human
problem.
form. We're not. We're getting low as well. You know.
Right, but
Mm.
as in the range of a human being sneaking.
Mm-hmm. I don't need
Right.
to pull off any powers for this.
No, perfectly fine. All right, so as you sneak around, you're going to notice off to your right is a couple children that seem to be playing hide and seek. One of them off to your left is crying in his hiding place, whereas the one off to your right closest is counting. And then all the others further to the right are hiding relatively quietly. They
Huh.
don't get distressed like the one to your left.
All right. We're gonna take our time and we're gonna stay on our toes and we're just gonna observe at this point. See what's going on here with these crazy people. And if need be, we're gonna kill one.
All right. So what you're going to notice is that the light of the sun is growing redder and redder by every passing second, almost at an alarming rate, like the sun is moving to sunset far faster than it should have any right to. And a storm is approaching in the distance.
Huh.
At this point, the child counting is going to reach 0 and begin searching, and will immediately be drawn towards the direction of the crying child, which is on the other side from you from them. So there is a possibility that they might see you if you
Mm.
remain where you are.
Nope. As soon as the sun started setting lower than it had the right to, we're leaving. We're not dumb here. Dear God.
Okay, you're leaving. Okay, how are you leaving?
I'm gonna go back to where I was because I stumbled dick first in here, right?
All right, you're going to find the train tracks in the middle of the cornfield and step across them, and nothing is going to happen.
Fascinating. All right. This is going to be interesting then. Step back across to make sure.
And you are still in the cornfields, and this track seems to be static and normal with this world.
Interesting. Okay.
Remember, you can telepathically communicate with Claire to ask questions about this place if you don't understand.
No,
Mhm.
there's never been no telepathy uh engaged in with him yet. It took Marty a while.
Until you sent him in and you sent him a telepathic message telling him to call for you
Oh
if you
no,
need to.
she just whispered real loud.
I whispered it loud. I never
You
telepathically said
can't
that.
whisper through a parallel dimension, so either that
I
message
mean,
didn't come across.
Okay, fine. I'll give that to you.
why
Fine.
not? If the portal's still there and vacant, then it should still allow a bridge between two places. Sorry, my
But
physics nerd wants to fight you right now.
yeah, but it doesn't work the way you think it does.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
So here's my question then. How the fuck does it work? Because if that is a stable wormhole, regardless of the fact that an illusion's covering it, it should still be able to
It's not
transmit
a stable
oscillations.
wormhole. It's not a stable wormhole being covered by an illusion.
Mhm.
That is not. It is a pocket dimension. You are traveling between two realities.
Right, but to be
The
able
particles
to
between do not confer.
access those two realities from like concurrently from one to the next, there has to be a transmission zone. And if that transmission zone can take particles, if he fell through the portal, that means that it also does not, like, it preserves energy. In this case, the kinetic energy of the tumble. Otherwise, he would just slurp out of it, stand still for a second, and then the new reality would assert itself, and then he'd tumble. So if his kinetic energy is preserved, that means energy wavelengths are preserved through the portal, which means shouting through it or talking through it should be possible.
Except that while that would work, the problem here is the fact that the exit that leads out there is not located at the entrance where it leads into there.
Irrelevant.
And so
That
the
doesn't matter at
portal
all. If you're shouting into the portal,
displaces.
he wouldn't be able to respond, but she should still be able to whisper into the portal. He just wouldn't be able to say anything back.
Hey, Alex.
No,
When
my
this
physics
became-
nerd is showing.
All right,
Alex?
now I'm about to piss your physics nerd off even more with something that is out of character that should not have been revealed until freaking he left the
Then
place.
message it to me so it doesn't spoil anything for anyone.
Okay, then let me message it to you.
Okay.
Freaking
Because unless you just fully annihilated his character and spontaneously transported a new version of him into existence, they should be able to talk into the portal. Hold on to Jordy's visor and sing into Data's knees.
Alex, I just want to remind you this is Spawn meets Venom meets Spider-Man.
All of which have a
Meets-
basis in real world physics,
Meets Odin.
which still has a basis in real world physics. That man hung on a tree for 7 days to learn the secrets of the universe. That man drank from the well of an Irishman and then hung himself from a tree by the thorns in order to learn the secrets of the universe after plucking out one of his eyes.
So pure delirium on the tree. The shit he saw may not even be real.
Yeah! Motherfucker had the biggest fucking LSD trip ever and was like, I can do magic now. And you know what he figured out? Fucking math. Because the Norse considered mathematics to be witchcraft. Take that, boy child.
Anyways, we're gonna start heading back into the
all
field
right.
then.
So I sent you a private message explaining the mechanics of what just happened.
Cool.
All right, Noah, what did you say?
I said I'm gonna head back into the cornfield then.
Okay.
Actually, we're gonna go past the cornfield because we're gonna see what's past it.
Oh,
All right. So avoiding the children, I'm going to have you roll a D100. It's almost guaranteed to success unless you flop this because
Why?
Because
did
it's
they?
the first time he can stealth.
Why? Why does everyone have to bypass the children but me?
Because fuck
What
those
is it?
kids, that's why. Don't fuck the children. But fuck the children.
Well,
no.
you know, to be fair, the children are the best way to get a fight started over here.
To be fair, if I end up in this place, I'm not going to bypass the children. I'm going to play hide and seek, and it's called 10 Little Indians.
Hey,
You going to
dude,
run out of
and you know
children
what?
before I run out of stomach.
And you know what? I would love to see
Wow.
that. This place and
Oh,
you would
no.
be a perfect. It would be a match made in hell.
Noah,
Love it.
that's a lie,
Hey.
right?
Nope, that's a 9. Oh well.
Oh, fuck.
9?
Yep. But it's not a
Oh,
1.
no, it's not a 1. Oh, fuck.
Don't worry, if I run across
Okay.
the kid, I will mercilessly kill it.
All right. So,
Good luck.
what is going to happen is as you street cross, one of the kids is going to start pointing and saying, I saw you, I saw you. But by the way that they're talking, you can tell they think it was one of them.
Mhm.
And the crying kid is going to suddenly shut up.
Cool, we're gonna keep moving.
All right. So you're going to hear them chasing behind you as you move along. Roll another D100.
That's better. A lot better.
Yeah, so they quickly lose you and trail off around in circles, and basically what you'll notice is at this point the only one that's trying to stay hidden of the children is the one that was crying. But you will quickly move beyond their range and notice a windmill on the top of the hill. You will also notice that the red sun is almost set and the storm is starting to rain on the distant hills.
What? No town?
Right
Nope.
now, you can't see a town because the windmill is on the hill in front of you and you cannot see across the hill. But you
Okay.
do hear the sounds of work coming from the other side of the windmill.
Told you, minute work.
Right? We'll go up the hill, I guess. Do us on the other
All right.
side. We're gonna stay low.
All right. Now, let me look and what the fuck? Where the? I wound up in a totally weird place. Just give me a moment. All right. So Noah. All right. I'm gonna have you roll a D100 plus 20. So you're aware that you're rolling.
It's a pretty good roll.
Hmm?
Yep. And so as you reach the top of the hill, you're going to notice that lightning strikes in the storm far off, and you're going to notice something hanging from the blades of the windmill in the flash of lightning that disappears when the lightning is no longer present.
What flashed?
What flashed? The lightning flashed,
Right,
but
but what was on the windmill? What flashed in the lightning?
you can't really make it out. You just notice it looks like something is hanging from it. What exactly you didn't have time to quite make out, but because you just noticed it. If you were to wait and watch while another flash hit, you would be able to get a much better view. But this was just a out of the corner of your eye, you notice something hanging there type thing.
Sure, we'll wait for the second flash then.
All right. So I'm gonna have you make the same roll, but now the difficulty is like freaking 50 less, and before it was like 75. So as long as you make better than 25, you're gonna notice a lot of information.
Nope.
You did. You made a 44.
No, sorry.
Yeah, you made better than 25, so you're not gonna notice like exact details, but you will notice that the silhouette in the light is that of a human body hanging by the neck.
I know where you are. You're on
And
the set
there's
of
a
Wizard of Oz.
bunch of them, like 100, like literally every space there, every little square of the windmill's freaking blades framework has a human body hanging from it, though you can't make out details of the bodies.
Interesting. Cool. I want to listen to the door and see if there's anybody on the inside.
Wait, hold on. Where are we at? I thought we were at the windmill.
We
Yeah.
are.
Windmills have doors.
Yes. There's a reason she's asking that. See, you're going to stick your ear to the windmill door and you're not going to hear anything. And
Not even
are
the
you
dulcet tones
going
of
to put any
Mini-Clark.
pressure on the door, like trying to push it open?
No.
Okay. So you're not going to hear anything inside. You're going to notice it flicker a bit as the lightning strikes the next time. But that's about all you're going to notice.
It flickered? Fine flickered, like in and out of existence, or
Well, you'll have to roll your aware and pay attention to it to know for certain.
how do I have to pay attention to a door that I'm right next to? Riddle me this. What did you mean by flicker? Like
Meaning
the
that for a
windmill
minute it
just
looked funny, but you were focusing on sticking your ear to it and not on freaking actually paying attention to it.
I mean when your head's right next to it, you're looking at it. So
Out of the corner of your eye. And you noticed a flicker. Peripherals never notice as much as direct focus.
Incorrect.
true.
Nope.
Yeah,
Fundamentally,
no.
biologically incorrect.
Your
The-
peripherals notice more because they're supposed to grab your attention.
Yep, they're attracted to movement, motion,
Right.
and
And
non-standard
they grab
visuals,
your
color shifts.
attention, but they don't tell you specific details. All you
Right,
notice is
so
something's funny.
but when you put your door against the wall, you look at the door when you're doing it. So
I don't. I put my ear to it and I close my eyes so that freaking I hear. So,
Has anyone
No.
ever attempted to murder you, Billy?
has anyone ever attempted to murder me?
Yes.
Why?
Straight up ever has anyone attempted to straight up murder you?
Why?
Because like there's a point to this. I'm not making fun of you, I promise. Answer the question.
the point is you don't close your
Not
eyes.
that I'm aware of.
Okay, so Char and I have both been almost murdered on non-singular occasions. You damn well bet if I'm in a scenario where I'm spooked, I'm paying attention to everything. I'm not closing my fucking eyes. When I've got a
Not in-
windmill in front of me, there's the sound of people working that's gone now, and there's laughing fucking children behind me, and the windmill has bodies hanging from it. You
I
bet
never
your
said the
lily
sound
white
of
ass,
working
all of my
was-
senses are on. I don't close
I
my
never
eyes for
said the
shit.
sound of working was gone. I
Mm.
said it. You didn't. That he didn't hear anything in the windmill.
Right.
Right.
Which is the only
But
sign
again-
of habitation in the area.
Well, he just walked up to the door of the windmill.
Right.
He didn't walk over the hill.
Yeah.
He
Right.
just walked up to the door of the windmill that was on this side of the hill.
Fair.
You know, it's up by the top, but he
Yeah.
still does not have a clear view of the other
Also,
side.
counterpoint, you said there was bodies in the windmill blades. So no.
Yeah,
The
no, I don't
eyes
close my
never
fucking eyes.
close.
I
The
blink
fucking-
one eyeball at a time.
Right. But
So-
what I'm saying is freaking. So I assume your eye is open, but I assume you're sticking your ear to the door, right?
No, because I need to be
Okay,
ready
well,
in case the door opens so I can jump back.
all right.
If
Then
I'm
Motherfucking
not
let's be
Resident
clear
Evil 4
about.
cultists come out after my ass.
Okay, then when you say you're gonna listen to the door, we'll freaking clarify in the future exactly how
Yeah.
you're facing it and whatever when you go to listen through the door.
As a
Alright?
note,
Yeah.
the woman I have
I'm
to call
just
tonight
going
is
off
one of the
of
people
what
who
I
almost murdered
know,
me.
which is I stick my ear to a door and close my eyes because I'm fucking half deaf.
No,
I'm
I
half
don't close
deaf
my
and I
eyes.
still don't close my eyes.
Yeah,
Nah,
well,
closing your eyes. No. No, you put it and you look in case you have to move away from the door in quick pace.
Yeah.
alright. So what you'll notice is for a brief second when when the lightning flashes, the door is not there. You'll
Okay.
need to actually make a roll to notice more details about why the door is not there, but that you will notice that it is not there during the flashes of lightning.
All right. I'll roll.
All right, and so you're going to see that the door is smashed open in the flashes of lightning, and that all of the floor in the inside is covered in blood,
Hmm.
but only during the lightning. Then when the lightning's freaking cleared, doors closed, and doesn't even smell funny.
Thanks, sweetheart.
Got it. What's over the hill then?
All right. And at the same time, I'm going to have you increase your insight by 1 point because you have entered a non Euclidean space.
Every space is non-Euclidean.
Not necessarily. I mean, non Euclidean as in freaking, like, you can walk
The
through a door
Lovecraft
in this
version of
place and it
non-Euclidean.
leads to a freaking place that physically it should not be able to lead to type thing.
Ah.
That's not
So,
what non-Euclidean means.
yeah. Non-Euclidean is things that sit on a curve. So which one's insight then?
Lovecraft did not have the constitution for math.
And that's why he's fucking wrong.
Insight, you will. Okay, we'll actually need to add the attribute for insight. This is your first point of it.
Okay.
Billy, you always had insight on mine. Why doesn't he automatically have it on his?
Because before you, like, I didn't always have it on yours. That's the thing. The first year of you playing, you didn't even look at your character sheet. I managed the whole thing. You were in the fields and out of it before freaking you even realized that the character sheet might be something you want to look at.
Took off at a hard sprint because fuck this noise and all the places it comes from.
Basically, yes.
Like a smart person. Congratulations on not being the dumb white bitch that got murdered at the beginning of the movie.
Hey, at that same line of thinking, this is the same bitch that jumped off of a building and splattered, and that was her introduction to healing.
Yeah, when you have superpowers, that's a thing you can do.
Yeah, but see, I didn't know.
Totally
I
different
thought,
genre.
I'd be okay.
Yeah, she thought she was just gonna land and be fine, and because she thought that, her symbiote thought that. They both learned things the hard way.
Hard as in pavement.
Yes. Well,
Yeah,
concrete.
hard as in splattered all over the place, and her symbiote going on a lecture about you need to tell me what hurts. You know?
And so every time that comes up, it's like, remember, splat. Ow.
So you're the champion at splatting, right?
Apparently, yes.
Does that make you the Splatmeister?
Yes.
She made splatter porn mainstream.
Fuck. Fuck you and your bag of dicks that you and your family eat.
I think
Thank
Nope.
you for doing that all in our ears, by the way. That was a treat.
Hey, I'm sick. Fuck you.
Hey, it fully wasn't me this time.
Go back to Noah. Let Noah continue on his little I need to have a fight journey here.
All right. So over the hill, you are going to notice what seems to be a small Puritan town where people are working. You've got a guy nearest to you is running what's called a plane across a freaking log in his yard. Beyond that, there are 3 women washing and drying clothing, and then there are a group of men constructing a building next to a well across the street from what appears to be a small church. In the distance, you will notice a mountain, and then far off to the right of the town, you're going to notice a small orchard of trees.
Interesting. Small town, kids. How do we do this plan of attack here?
I'll have you roll your awareness one more time, real quick. Okay, so you're going to notice a small, smoky black shadow moving between the darkened alleys and under wagons, just moving about the town very decisively, making sure no one sees it as it moves through the town.
I see. Hmm. You know what? If we're gonna small abolish town. Um, they don't have a high tech level, do they? Pitchforks, torches, the whole shebang, right?
Yeah, the same way that same level of tech that the Puritans would have had.
Okay. Uh, animals. What do they have?
Well,
Horses.
from the appearance, they seem to have a few oxen, but they all seem to be rather scrawny and not very healthy. They seems as though they're diseased and could drop at any day now.
Interesting. Um, so oxen, but no horses and no piggies,
No horses, no pigs,
and no cow.
and no cattle. Just
Hmm.
a couple of very ragged, emaciated, diseased looking oxen.
Cool. Um, Is there looking at this place? I'm assuming there's no dogs. Uh are the oxen grazing right now or are they being put to work?
As it stands, they're just kind of standing in a field that's far too small for them.
Fair. Open field?
There is no grass there. It's like they've stomped it to mud pretty much.
Interesting. Huh. What time of day is it now? 'Cause you said it was it was approaching dark rapidly.
Yes, at this point, the last rays of the sun are starting to be hidden behind the approaching storm clouds, which have almost reached the town. Like the rain is literally hitting the ground um, just on the edge of town opposite of you.
Okay. Looking at the rain from here, I'm assuming I don't see any acid rising to the air
No, you
or
see
smoke.
nothing rising to the air. You do see what seems to be uh, almost like a fog, um, but it doesn't seem to be like a unpleasant heat or anything like that. It's just seems to be mist rising up off the rain.
All right. We're gonna move away from the hills and not back towards the cornfield, but on the outer edge, away from where the kids were. And we're gonna wait until the rain hits.
All right, so you're not going to notice much out of the ordinary at this distance. In the lightning strikes, you will notice that there are some differences to the town, but you can't quite put detail to them. Just that some things seem to jump around or look slightly different in the quick flashes.
Mhm.
It's when the rain starts hitting you that you'll notice that it's warm and viscous and seems unnaturally dark in the light.
Interesting. Is it um? It says viscous. Are we thinking like somewhere between like gum and blubber?
And we're thinking more watery, but also sticky.
Thick and sticky.
All right.
Giggity, giggity.
Well, this is the perfect time to bring out the Predalien form. It's nice and dark on this dark night.
All right, so you want to bring out full Predalien form? I'm gonna have you roll your control.
All right.
All right, so with that, you manage to make a fair approximation of the Predalien form.
Mhm.
Now, what do you do?
We're gonna start easy. I'm gonna go towards the oxen.
All right. As you get closer, you'll notice you have to skirt around the town to get to the oxen, and you will notice that the light of the torches, which is now mostly dimming due to the rain putting it out, and only a couple of lanterns are left in the town that are covered. that can provide a shine showing that the rain is a dark red liquid.
Hmm. Interesting. Well,
As you approach the oxen, you'll notice that they begin drinking the liquid out of their trough as it fills up and begin to gain mass and look far more healthy than they once did.
cool. Quick jab to the neck with the tail. 1, 2.
Say what?
A quick jab to the neck. 1, 2.
All right.
I'm
So
using the tail.
roll your control. All right. So you're stabbing both of them or just one of them twice?
Both of them. Don't need the
Okay.
other one trying to attack me.
So you stab them both and they cry out but don't seem to react and just continue to drink as the wound heals. But you do hear the members of the town calling out and approaching, though you
Ah,
can't seem to understand the language they're using at this time. It
no,
seems
that's fine.
to be guttural growls and odd yapping noises.
That's fine. We're going to quickly run away. We're
All
going to see
right.
one.
So I'm going to uh, have you roll what is going to be a new stat for you, which is stealth, which I'm going to give you a +10 to because of your previous stealth rolling.
Mm.
So 100 plus 10, and so right now your stealth modifier is 10, but that will increase in just a moment.
Oh my god. I mean, in fairness, it's taken them a while to get out there.
All right. So you got an 11. So
A
what?
17.
Yeah, 17 out of 11.
Right. But what I'm saying is the modifier to your
Uh,
stealth is 11. Now, it was 10 when you did this. Now it's 11.
oh, okay.
And so what's going to happen is a crowd of uh, individuals is going to come over, looking around. Right now, they don't exactly notice you, but they do notice that the freaking cows are damaged, and they're looking around, and they're
What do these people
essentially
look like?
following a blood trail towards you at this time.
That's right. What do these guys look like?
Well, they look like regular dudes with the buckle hat and everything, just like freaking pilgrims and stuff would.
Mhm.
Until the lightning strikes, in which their faces seem so much worse, like their eyes are just solid black and they're covered in these long dark veins and are extremely pale, almost freaking like dead flesh.
All right. I know what we're going to do. We're going to make our way towards the forest
All right.
and climb trees.
So as you approach the trees, you're going to notice that the rain has been pooling up and is slowly forming a sort of a lake between the town and the trees. And this lake is slowly circling the town as it is on a small hill between all of the hills around it. So it's got valleys all around that are slowly filling with the rain, and you notice a large shadow swimming underneath what appears to be these small lakes of blood.
All right. Hmm. A shadow or multiple shadows?
You're noticing a fairly large shadow in the deeper section of it, but it is trolling back and forth, and
One shadow, not many,
one,
just one.
yeah,
Mhm.
one large shadow.
Okay. Um. Okay, we have roofs then. We're gonna go back and we're gonna start climbing a building, get to the roof,
All right.
and we're being very like low to the ground, shuffling through. Mostly relying on the darkness at this point as our main advantage. I'm not gonna worry too much about cloaking or chameleonness.
All right. So you're turning back and climbing up on top of a building.
Mhm.
And when you get on top, you're going to notice a small shadow at the far corner of the building facing the center of town, just crouched down on the edge of the top of the building.
Mhm. I'm gonna look at it and go, "Well, what's your deal? You here to hunt?"
It's going to sort of look your direction, and what you're going to see seems to be a creature that is both smoke and shadow with glowing red eyes. And it's just going to raise the approximation of a finger to what would be its face, and you're going to hear a soft shh, and then it's going to point towards the center of town.
What's going on in the center of town?
Well, as you step over to the edge to look, you're going to notice that the townsfolk are gathering around the well and chanting. And a moment later, you will hear a loud click, and then a lock will drop off the door of the church, and the doors will open, and a unnaturally long figure will emerge from within the church in a black robe, standing at least twice the height of everyone in the area, literally bending over to walk out of the church. And it's going to walk up to the well and begin leading everyone in what appears to be some ritual.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I take it you're going to stand and watch, or are you going to do anything?
We're gonna watch.
All right. Oh, did you have something to add?
No, we're just gonna make sure. It's like this is curious because we don't know what's going on yet, so we want to reconnaissance it.
All right. Well, you're going to notice that as the chanting continues on, the moat of blood around the building, around the town, seems to grow higher and higher. And the children from the fields have returned, dragging the crying child before them. And
Read discussion.
the long robed figure waves them forward to the well. Trying to get to discussion to read what the hell you wrote.
Not you. Noah.
Yeah. I kind of figured that.
What kind of stray are you to let a child be sacrificed?
One of a kind.
Oh Lord.
No one said I had to be morally obligated to save anyone.
All right.
Kinda
So
true.
you continue to watch.
Mhm.
All right. You're going to notice as they reach the circle of what would be adults and
Mhm.
cross inside, each of the children's form seems to shift into these hulking, deformed monstrosities with limbs that are either too long or too large for their frame. And the crying child being one that is, while as grossly proportioned as the others, missing several of its limbs.
Mm. I see. Huh.
And it thrashes and tries to get away as they bring it closer to the well.
Everyone's paying attention to the kid, right?
Everyone is paying attention to the ritual that is going on at this time.
Right, but like, where are eyes at right now? Because paying attention to the ritual is very different. Are they on the head priest? Are they turned attention to the kid that's thrashing about?
The children and the high priest are all focused on the thrashing sacrifice, while all of the adults are all faces to the freaking cobblestones chanting.
Okay. So I could sneak up on them right now, right?
At this point, freaking, as long as you're not moving in direct freaking line of sight with, between like the thrashing one and anybody else, then you are completely unnoticed.
Okay. Because I was thinking about heading low, being very close to the ground, and giving this priest a kiss to the back of the head.
Well, as you start to move, the shadowy figure places a hand against you.
Mhm.
You don't feel any physical presence, but you feel a distinct heat against you, almost like a burning fire
Mhm.
that quickly leaves as it moves its hand away and points to the mountain in the distance. A
Oh.
mountain which roars at the flash of lightning when his hand disappears. And when the lightning is over, the shadowy figure is there again, pointing in the opposite direction.
Look in the opposite direction.
And when the lightning flashes in his hand and the shadowy figure disappears again, there is a tall, gangly thing, like with human proportions, but massive, that seems to move twitching in the flash of lightning. And you can just barely hear an odd shriek behind the rumble of thunder.
Interesting. This is being watched then. All right, we'll sit here and watch. We'll wait. There's gonna be a moment.
With every flash of lightning, you hear the roaring of the mountain and the shriek of that gangly thing drawing closer and closer as they drag the deformed one to the well and begin to toss it in. It struggles and clings to the wall of the well with its one good hand as they begin to beat against its fingers to make it let go. And something rumbles deep in the well.
Mhm.
Sorry, was lighting a cigarette. Well, the creature falls into the well, and suddenly all is made silent for a moment. The lightning doesn't come. No more shrieks, no more rumbles. And then a great wail from beneath the well, and a fountain of blood sprays high into the air. And the rain grows harder and heavier.
Giggity.
Well, at this point, all of the members of the town, including the children, begin to make their way into the church as it slowly fills with blood.
The church fills with blood?
The church is setting at the lowest section of the town, and so as the well is gushing up the blood and the blood is raising up around in a moat, it is pouring down the steps of the church into the inner sanctum.
I'm gonna turn and look back at the shadow guy and I'm like, what the fuck's going on here?
And the shadow's going to kind of cock its head, and you're going to hear one word whispered into your mind: endings.
Theirs?
Last village.
Hmm. How do I leave?
Punishment.
Did I miss something?
I don't know.
Okay. I mean, last thing I heard was you looked at the shadow guy and say, "What the fuck's going on?" That's the last thing I heard.
Oh yeah. I'm looking like punishment. Theirs?
Precisely.
Hmm. Again, how the fuck do I leave this place then? Do I just go down there and murder them?
He's going to, or it is going to freaking look at you, and its eyes are going to glow brighter and brighter until all you can see is that brilliant shade of red before it suddenly vanishes. And the ground or roof on where it stood will have 3 glowing red marks burned into it.
All
One
right.
that looks like a tree, one that looks like a mountain, and the other that is just a solid black circle.
Wait, hold on. There was no fight. What
All look, there's no fight yet. He hasn't triggered anything to fight him yet, but he is freaking uh examined and looked around and learned a little bit. Now, whether or not he can decipher what he's learned And trust me, we're at the point where freaking fighting is almost inevitable because the place is becoming more and more dangerous as every second passes.
Mhm.
Yeah, so now I'm figuring maybe I should go in there and start the fight for him so he can finish it.
All right, so we got a mountain which roared, the trees. The trees were there's a long gangly ass looking motherfucker over there, right?
Long gangly ass motherfucker where?
At the tree.
At the trees.
No, at this point the trees are simply on the other side of the
Right.
blood moat.
Right, but so the mountains roared and then you described a tall gangly person.
Yeah, that was the high priest.
That was out of town during the second lightning storm after the mountain roared.
The giant. Yeah, that's converging on the town. Folk, you only see that in the lightning. It's converging on the town, focused on the mountain, which in the lightning is a massive mountainous thing walking towards that resembles a mountain.
Right. But where was that coming from?
It's coming from basically the tall gangly thing is coming from the fields, basically where you entered,
Mhm.
and the mountain is the opposite side of the town. The trees are off to the right if you were
Mhm.
standing with the tall gangly thing in the fields at your back.
Okay. Um Fuck it. 3.
What are you doing?
Well, there's 3 marks there, right? The tree, the mountain, and the black circle.
Right.
Black circle? What black
No.
circle?
Um So, like, after the right flashlight, there's 3 red marks on the ground: a mountain, a tree, and a black circle.
Right.
Yeah. So, we're going with the tree.
Okay, so you're going with the tree. So you are going to try to make it across the blood moat into the orchard.
I think so, yeah.
All right. That is perfectly up to you. At this time, there is still the large shadow swimming around in the blood that um, seems to be barring passage over to the trees. So
Mhm.
it's up to you. How are you going to handle this?
Fair. Um, hmm. How do we handle this?
Since
So was it
Go
like,
ahead.
yeah, that's what I said. I'd like point at the tree once, see if it did anything first. Like if I touched it.
You mean the symbol of the tree?
Mhm.
All right. So you're just touching it, or are you touching it and pushing in any way? Like, are you
I'm
trying to? You're trying to make something happen. How
uh
much are you trying? Are you willing to try to make something happen?
so first thing I'm just gonna touch it and like push on it and see if anything happens there. Um if nothing happens, uh I'm a being of energy. I think, right? Well, no, we are because I've seen it. I'm gonna focus on that being connected to the trees on the outside of the moat. And I'm gonna try and just teleport there.
All right. So you're gonna push on it, and nothing's really gonna happen. But
Mhm.
when you try to focus on it and teleport to it, um, what you're going to find is that you get a distinctly strong feeling of where this is located.
Mhm.
But when you teleport to it, I'm gonna have you roll your control real quick to determine just how fucked up you are right now.
94.
166.
Oh, sorry, yeah, 166. But I rolled a 94.
Right,
Sorry.
but the modifier matters, so she's right.
Yeah.
166. Okay, so what's going to happen is you are going to find yourself in the orchard, but you're
Mhm.
gonna find yourself half fused into the fucking ground and freaking up to your chest in blood with that big shadow moving closer.
I'm like,
Like
mother.
straight up, the moment you're half submerged into the freaking liquid, it's like it knows where you're at.
I'm like, wow, motherfucker.
Also,
Uh,
you're going to notice that you feel distinctly nauseous, just freaking out of exertion from the teleportation itself.
Noah,
alright.
where are you?
Oh, what, you doing that over telepathic link?
Yes.
I'm like, I'm in the ground near an
Oh.
orchard. And I'm gonna take a moment and then I'm gonna think about that again. 'Cause I'm like, actually that's not true. Do I think I can unbury myself here?
Do you want help?
And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Do you want to help? I'm having fun right now. This is
Oh,
an
if you're
interesting place.
okay. If you're having fun, I'll let you do you. When you're
Yeah.
almost dead, give me a holler.
I mean, fair enough. Also, why the fuck did you send me here? It's kind of boring. You're
Ugh.
bad at picking fights.
You were stuck in the ground. Am I correct?
And yeah, you're bad
Uh,
at learning how to
do
pick fights.
do you have liquid
I'm,
around you?
yes. I'm going to teach you how to pick a fight next time.
At this
What
point,
all is around you?
I want Char to roll a D100 plus 20 at this point.
Why?
A reflex action.
A 31.
Yeah, 31.
Okay, well,
It's been up and down all night. So, what's happening before we get there?
well, right as you're about to respond, you see a large set of teeth rush forward and beach itself inches away from you as small tentacles reach out and start ripping pieces of your flesh off of your shoulders.
See, that's different because I would not do that as a response. Because I would do something different.
I'm
Well,
lost.
at this point, you were reacting. You were in the
Yeah,
middle of freaking doing this whole
and I'm still
conversation.
allowed to react how I choose.
No, we were seeing if you act. The reflex was to see if you reacted in time to do anything about this.
Fair.
Because you were in the middle of a mental conversation with somebody.
Fair. As soon as they start biting me, I'm going to bite back. That's
All
not true.
right.
I'm going to rip them off.
So, method and execution.
Yeah. So we know about hydraulic strength. We've studied that. We're going to use some hydraulic strength here to one, grab the things that are trying to grab us and rip them off. And by ripping them off, I mean grab by neck. So, like, I'm assuming you said long mouths coming to attack me. I want to grab one side of the mouth near the base and the neck. Sorry, not mouth. I don't want to say that. The tentacle the mouth's attached to.
Yeah, essentially what you're
Yeah.
dealing with is a large thing that is similar to like a large sharp-toothed fish,
Yeah.
but has
So,
many freaking tentacle-like appendages with small mouths upon it.
We're gonna grab the tentacles. We're gonna grab near the base, and just above that, half an inch, and we're gonna go one way, one the other. Uh, so we're just gonna try and rip the tentacle in half. Not technically through.
Give you credit on this, Billy. Every time I've came to this damn field, 3 different ways it's went.
That was.
Or actually, what
yeah.
I can do, I did teleportation once. I'm gonna teleport again, and we're gonna teleport about from where we're at to away about 10 feet and above the ground about 4 inches.
All right. Now, are you holding the creature?
No, I'm not going to hold the creature because I'm going to try and get away.
All right. So, roll your control.
Uh, 156.
Okay, 156. So, you are gonna freaking find yourself standing in a ring of spikes around an old burnt tree stump. And at this point, the blood is only up over your toes at this area.
Yep.
You seem to be at one of the higher points of the orchard. And on top of that, I'm going to have you lower your power by 200. I should have mentioned this earlier. It's 100 power for a teleport.
Fair enough.
Did it twice, so.
Yep. And from there, I'm going to hop, skippity jump up a tree.
Okay, so you're going to climb up a tree as the blood slowly starts rising and those tentacles are reaching up, scratching the ground, searching, trying to find any scent of you.
Yeah. Do I see what they're attached to?
You see that they go down into the shadow that is under the blood that you can't seem to make any more details out of from above the surface.
Fair. But yeah, I'm going to mess back to Claire. I'm like, Claire, you're horrible at picking fights.
How so?
Because this is not a fight. This is a fucking execution watching this thing go on.
No, I didn't lead him into an execution. He was supposed to fight those damn pilgrimage people.
What? No, why would I fight them? Like, in the middle of the day, that's an idiotic mistake.
He was supposed to at least fight the children.
No, you
Yes,
scout and
yes,
then you
no,
fight.
no. You could have scouted and found the. You know what? Get your ass out of that damn fuckery
Like,
thing that you're in.
God, I'm like, but it's kind of fun. I don't know. Like, the shark thing that's under the water, that's kind of, I'm going to come back here and
Okay.
then.
So heads up, when I came in here, I
Uh
didn't
huh.
make it out of the cornfield. All right. Those children and me, we fought.
No, you did make it out of the cornfield. You made it to the orchard. You made it past the
I made
window
it
to
only
the
in
orchard.
there. I never went to the town. The first time I ever seen the town was with Loki. That's it. I fought the children and everything that came with them.
And the shadow showed you how to leave through the orchard.
Yes. So now
Um,
you got to find your way to the railroad track.
Oh, I know
Once
where
you get
that's
on,
at.
yeah, once you get on the tracks, you'll be fine.
Well, no, that's not the case because he tried the tracks. The tracks
Hmm?
are only the way in, they're not the way out.
Yeah. I'm like, I was already
Is
at
he
the
in the
tracks.
Is he in the tree that I think he's in?
Look, there's a ring of spikes. Who made a ring of spikes around the fucking burnt out tree stump that used to not be burnt out?
Hey, Noah,
Yeah.
that tree is a portal.
Oh, really?
It is a portal back to the dead city.
Huh. Okay, how do I activate it?
Step into it. If I'm
Okay.
correct, you step into it and it'll take you back to the dead city.
I'll step into it.
Alright, when you step on top of the stump, you're going to notice it feels very warm, and you are suddenly feeling that same warmth coming off from your right, but sort of not directly your right, but sort of forward to the right if you've got your
Mhm.
back to the town.
Okay.
And by following that path to the edge of the trees, you'll step out onto what looks to be a blood-soaked plain. And the moment you will step out, you will find far too quickly your foot connecting with the solid steel rail of the train tracks.
I'm gonna
And
catch myself on the other
Claire
side.
is sleeping against a tree not far away.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm like, Claire,
Hey, Noah, how are you?
you gotta learn. We're gonna teach you how to pick a fight. That's not how you pick a fight.
Now, inform him on how long he was in there.
Well, you've been gone about 10 hours.
Cool.
10
I'm gonna teach
hours?
you how
No,
to.
no, 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 no. He was gone for freaking at least 1 hour in his time, which makes it at least 7 days.
Okay, there you go. 7 days.
I'm like, all right, no, no, no.
7
I'm gonna teach you how to
days.
actually pick a fight.
That was supposed to be a fight. What did you do?
What?
That was supposed
No,
to
it
be a
was.
fight.
It was a whole bunch of crazy shit, like kids, bucklers, crazy people. There was no time to do any proper scouting.
Out of character, that is an adaptive freaking environment. One that reads you and how you react and adapts to it and remembers you. So
Yeah, I'm like,
literally, if Claire showed up to help you out, there would have been a fight. There would have been 1,000,001 fights.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
might be.
I'm like, yeah, no, you're not gonna. Look,
Because
I'll
it
show you
would
how
have
to pick a fight.
remembered her.
I'm like, look, I'm gonna show you how to pick a fight.
Hey. All right. Like I said, it was supposed to be a fight. Next time I'll just go in with whoever I take in there.
Nah, that was a whole bunch of scouting that I had to do.
I wish they would have all been able to experience what I experienced the first time I went into that field.
Also,
Yeah,
those are the
but they're all
crazy
a bunch of
kids and like the
fucking.
human sacrifices.
Here's the thing: they're all a bunch of fucking cowards that don't want to actually encounter freaking
No,
children.
you know, guess what? I'm not allowed to babysit anymore.
Yeah, well, these children are not normal children, okay? These
That's
things
what.
have
No, see, that's what they all say.
You
Okay,
don't fucking
no, no, no,
say.
no, 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 no.
like,
These
Hey,
you know,
no,
children, these children have like 9 rows of fucking critter teeth inside
Yeah.
their mouths, okay? And they can mimic everything you fucking do.
Yeah.
And they're evil. They're just down. They are evil.
Yes, those are all kids.
No, not all kids. No,
No,
not all
every
kids.
single kid. I've seen them.
look, normal kids don't turn 12 feet tall and chase you around.
You
Yes, they do.
obviously
Look,
don't know
there's a
children.
reason one of them was Gimpy. That was the one that fought Claire.
I'm like, yeah,
All
no.
right, she Gimpied him.
I'm
I'm
like,
sorry.
no, no, no. Watch. I'll teach you how to pick fights.
Fine. Maybe next time we'll do it your way, Mister.
Yes,
You think you're better than everybody else.
I do. Thank you.
You're a conceited motherfucker.
Which is precisely why him and Cross got along.
Oh God. Mm-mm. Yeah, they. Fine.
Like,
Back to the dead city we go.
Alright, so you are currently standing on the railroad tracks, mere 20 feet away from the cave that breathes.
Okay.
now, personally, I would really love to watch that kaiju fight that I think was going to happen at some point.
Wait, what?
Yeah, giant kaiju fight.
The
Well-
twitchy thing in the mountain.
Oh, the twitchy thing. What twitchy thing in the mountain?
The twitchy thing and the mountain that were going to converge upon the town. Which is what got Marty scared and why you freaking had to come in and bail her out, which led to the Beth fight.
Oh, okay. I don't remember none of that, but all right. Actually, I thought she started freaking out about the raining of blood.
No, she was like super interested in all that, and you came in the bottom of the church and freaking came out during the ritual and led her the fuck out. And this place is on kind of like a Ouroboros timer.
Okay.
I was like, yeah, no. There's like two like giant kaiju that are probably going to fight in the middle of the city and watch it explode. This
Yeah,
shark
there's a
under
reason
the
it's called
water.
Blast Village.
Well, understand, I never purposely went and picked a fight with anything. They all just want to attack me.
No, you just approached one of the children and their reaction was to squeal and turn into a 12-foot monster and try to eat your head.
Yeah, something
Mhm.
like that.
And I'm like, yeah, no. I didn't fight anything, so if I go in there again, I might have an advantage.
Yeah, you might. I mean, hell. Then again, he threw everything in the fucking bathroom sink at me.
And that's because you gotta
Hey,
learn how to pick your fights
you
properly.
interacted with the children. I am not responsible for how that turned out. It was a freaking mechanic, and you interacted with it. Blame yourself.
No, I blame you. It's all your fault. See, he didn't make the cornfield any fun for me tonight. No fun at all.
It's never been my freaking choices as to how things go. That's the
You
thing about a living
always
world,
tell
is
me
how you react.
every time a new Strayus came in, you said, you got to take them to the cornfield. You got to take them to the cornfield. You got to take them to the cornfield. I've taken them to the cornfield, and Marty, I don't know what the hell she was thinking. And then Noah here just, oh, let's sit back and watch everything happen. Yeah, don't interact. Yeah, maybe talk to that big ghost looking shadowy thingy and go from there. And oh, hey, let me pull your tentacles off your head and then teleport to a tree so you can't find me.
Hey, it's all about experimenting around. There are secrets to be found in the fields.
Yeah, but you also got to understand, I ran into these fields like my first day.
Yep, and here's the thing. Just because everything wants to kill you in the fields doesn't mean you're behind on the secrets. Alright? You have tapped into some pretty important shit. Simply noting the fact that you have seen a relation between the children and the adults in the fields that nobody else has. Like literally, they called the adults, and the adults weren't normal when they started showing up. You stayed later than everyone else did.
Fine.
You got out at the last minute when you went in.
Okay. Fine. Okay, what do you want to do now, Noah? Because I really thought I was getting you into at least some kind of battle tonight. You ruined that plan for me. What the fuck, man?
No. If you're gonna get, I could have gotten us in a good fight. All right. This
No, I
was a you got
I-
thrown into a sketchy situation, and I'm not gonna act like a white girl on this one.
I was told that the cornfield is the best place to get into a fight at. That's what I've always been told. So
Yeah.
you should have been able to get into a fight. You do not think like a normal person, and you didn't fight.
No, he thinks like a pretty smart normal person.
No, here's the thing. Freaking, you don't freaking really know what you're worth until you take a hit.
No. See, I saw this list of kakoi shit, and I was like, yes, no.
Hmm.
And that's a perfectly viable option, but
You're
You
goddamn
know
right it
what'll
is.
happen next time?
fine.
Next time, this is what's gonna happen. I'm just going in with the sons of bitches. Then I know for sure their ass is gonna get in a fight.
Fucking A. Know that it
It's-
remembers you.
Here's the thing, I ain't gonna go in a straight old-fashioned fist fight.
Oh no, trust me, you're not doing a fist fight with these motherfuckers.
You're doing more like a sickle fight.
It's nope, that is wrong.
Sickle
You're
cell,
very wrong on
baby.
this.
Because their
They're
DNA
coming
is
at
gonna
you.
fight mine.
They gonna come
Hey.
at you with sickles. You just got to figure out how to defend yourself against those goddamn sickles.
No. See,
Hey,
that's the
It's
thing.
called
What you gotta
having
do is
armor
you gotta
so you don't
find
suck.
Alex and then just throw him at the fields. He'll
No.
fight. He'll fight.
Yeah,
I
No,
know
no,
that
see.
one.
Yeah, let's go find Alex so we could throw him in here.
Look. I want to teach you how to pick a proper fight. Okay? A proper fight is one you always win.
Yep.
So you find the smallest guy and just beat the hell out of him?
Yeah.
No. You can fight the biggest guy as well and beat the hell out of him. Just do it properly.
I haven't lost a fight in the game yet.
Yes,
Have
at
you had a-
range with a
have-
50 caliber rifle.
Have you had a real fight?
Well, I have had to go up against the vampires. I went up against the whatever it was in the train yard with all the fucking guns, and went up against what were those other things that I went and caught up in my little spiky netty thingy, and
Spiky netty thingy.
yes, I don't remember what it was called. Okay,
And clearly
It was
it's called
almost
the
like a-
spiky netty thingy.
it was almost like a Spider-Man web type, you know, those hanging nets under, almost like
Alright.
I don't know.
Use your words.
Answering questions now. First off, you freaking fought the lost in the train yard before you ever entered the fields. They blew your hand off with a shotgun and gave you a good boost of armor.
Hmm.
Then you
day.
freaking fought the children in the fields,
First day.
and then way later you
Fought Beth.
roasted a bunch of vampires with the
Hey, you missed Beth.
I'm pretty sure Beth happened after the vampires.
No, it did not. I fought Beth before Loki ever came into the game
Oh yeah, no,
because
you
I
did
turned that
fight.
bitch inside out.
That was the first the first interaction, yes, you are correct. You turned Beth inside out on your way to the live city before you met the vampires. Then, you met up with freaking Marty, brought her over to the live city.
Hold on. Before that, I did something with ice.
When you met Marty, you fought the living fire, and you used your
Ice.
power to put a cold aura across you, which gave you an aspect of an element, which was the cold.
And then I fought the vampires, and then I fought those things down at the dock.
Yeah, you roasted some vampires. You didn't really fight anything down at the dock. All right.
Oh, true. We just got all those
Yeah,
women
you
out into the
literally,
hospital.
the closest thing to a fight you had was you twisted a freaking annoying member of Winslow's crew's head around so that he could examine his own asshole. And then you disappeared back between the crates again.
That's what I've done.
And freaking then there was when you went back into the fields to pull Marty out, and you
We fought Beth again.
Beth, and the two of you killed her.
Yeah.
Which is where the ring of spikes come from, because that was the trap you set that Marty Morning starred her ass down onto, and the spikes caused enough of a conversion of different forces to snap her neck in spite of her armor. Which, considering she was so low on blood because you bled her to the fucking limit, she could not recover from.
Right. Okay. Well, then I guess next week you can find me a fight, Noah, and we'll fight your way.
Good.
Okay. So, Billy, between now and then, you better think of something very quick and good, so he can have a good fight next week.
Well, it all depends on y'all's decisions.
Well, you
so-
could throw anything anywhere, so you can find us a fight.
Well, at the same time, I can throw anything anywhere, but I can't justify a fight when I set up a situation and then
Oh,
somebody takes a decision that does not line up with a fight. If somebody wants to be freaking amicable and talk, and then the players want to be amicable and talk, then there won't be a fight. If they're, that's what I'm saying is if it all comes down to the fact that you're dealing with a living world and how it reacts to you.
Okay,
Mhm.
remember, I like to talk. Marty likes to sit there and think about everything. And I
Like
think
with the
Noah here is the gung ho, let me just beat the fuck out of you type of person.
Really
Except
not.
that if that were no, except that if that were the case, you would have had your fight tonight.
Mhm.
Yeah,
No,
but
he's not gung ho. He
he
is.
he wants to fight the lost.
Yes,
No.
because he's calculating and he's sitting there saying, okay, the Lost are a gang that's out here causing a bunch of problems, and they're
Should've just
not
taken you to them.
really a threat to me.
No. The thing is, I don't know what the Lost are, and what I saw in there was the idea of, not today, Satan. So my logic brain went, look at all this nope. Kids
Look
playing
at
in
all
a
this
field?
nope.
No. What was that? Bodies in a windmill? No. Decrepit cows that regenerated? No.
Okay, so
Bestial people?
you could have had a conversation with that shadow.
I did have a conversation with them.
Not today, Satan.
No, you did not have a conversation with the shadow that was on top of the windmill.
It
Oh.
was the same shadow that he spoke with on top of the building that was looking at him. It was the same creature.
Oh, Okay, never mind.
What part of not and today and a Satan are you not picking up here? It's a very linear concept.
Not today, Saison Marguerite. Not today.
Suzanne Marguerite. How you say?
I
Book?
did try. I did
You
try.
just said
Okay,
book. You just said it right there.
I tried.
She's been trying to get other people to get into the same freaking endless fight that she found herself in.
Yeah, I've been in an endless fight. Most people, they either run from me or think they could kick my ass, and at this point, it's either or. And
Look, she literally, the way she dealt with the children in the end and found her way out and all of this
unharmed.
was simply due to the fact that she turned herself into some Cthulhu-esque ball of tentacles that just reached all across through the shadows she couldn't see through and all this in order to freaking expand her awareness and freaking find the way out while at the same time crushing the fuck out of every little thing that came near her. It was like rolls on top of rolls to equal out to doing something like that. She had to make like 3 freaking rolls for a single action because of the scope of what she was doing.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I was just like, I'm gonna sneak through here and see what's going on first, and then decide whether or not we can kill things.
Oh, actually, we can kill those.
Oh no,
We
don't get me wrong. I do believe we can kill them, but I got a better reconnaissance out of it now.
Yeah, the whole difference is one of you went in with a fist first mentality, the other one did not.
Hey, not the very first time.
No, you went in all right, right up until a child that you tried to help screamed and turned into a needle teeth freaking 12-foot
Exactly.
atrocity that wanted to eat your head.
Exactly.
I hate it when things try and eat my head.
So, I didn't go in there fist first. I tried to be helpful. That just didn't work out in my favor. So now I know just kill them all.
Kill, kill, kill them all. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the thing. I went in there with the idea that I was supposed to pick a fight. But I'm gonna pick a fight how my way and with the right ways of doing it.
Well,
So
maybe
no,
next
stays
time.
on Marguerite. We will not be picking fights that way.
Well, maybe next time we'll go in there and we'll just fight. How about that?
No, we're gonna pick fights the proper way, smart ways, and ambush them and stab them before they have a chance to react. Mm-hmm.
Well, then I can never go in there because as soon as they smell me and they're coming after us.
No, you're what we call bait.
Fuck you.
Love it. This is the plan. This is the way. Also, are we done recording or are we continuing the recording?
We can go ahead and stop here for tonight.
Yeah, I gotta get in bed for work in the morning, and we'll
Alrighty.
run you and Blatt tomorrow.
Good night, Internet. We'll see you tomorrow night. And
We will
remember,
blast you.
stay
Thinker.
spooky, or the spooky things will come find you.